High fly ball, deep left. There it goes, soaring into history. He's done it. He has done it. 62.
The Kenny C Show resumes with a new segment. I'll call this one the New York Roundup Recap, where we recap all the teams in the local area with the biggest news, storylines, and scores. Starting on the ice with the Islanders capturing a huge win over the Pittsburgh Penguins, 5-4 in overtime. I said it, overtime. Adam Pelech scores his first goal in the season in the biggest moment, ripping one home in overtime to lift the Isles over the Pens, and now they sit still 4 points back from the Detroit Red Wings for that second playoff spot. On the other end of town with the Rangers capturing a 3-1 victory over the Dallas Stars last night, 8-game winning streak for the Blue Shirts, 41 saves on 42 shots for Igor Shesterkin. The Rangers sit third in the NHL. Their longest winning streak in franchise history, by the way, is 14 games set in 1939-1940. So let's see if they can match that, as they are riding the hot hand right now. In the NBA on the hardwood, the Nets fire their coach Jacque Vaughn this past Monday, promoting assistant coach Kevin Ollie. He spent 13 seasons in the league, head coach of the UConn Huskies, led them to a national championship in 2014. And listen, Vaughn had to deal with a lot this season, especially in his last 3 seasons in totality. He dealt with a lot, with the drama of Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant being consistent, Harden being on and off. The Big Three was a massive collapse. Last year, they got bounced in the first round against the Celtics. This year, they dealt with a lot with injury, 38 games with a pinched nerve for Ben Simmons. Then you had Cam Thomas was out, Cam Johnson was out, Dorian Finney-Smith spent some extended time out. The Nets have dealt with a lot this season, so it's going to be a tall task for Kevin Ollie. The Nets sit 2.5 games out of the play-in, out of the 10th seed. So let's see what happens with them. It's going to be a tall task for Kevin Ollie, like I just said, dealing with a lot and different, moving pieces. And Jacque Vaughn didn't do the best in big-time situations in terms of coaching, and the rotation was too all over the place. And they didn't have a whole sense of camaraderie there. It seems like he lost the locker room. So we'll see what Ollie can do. On the Knicks side of things, they're trying to snap a 4-game losing streak as they play the Joel Embiid-less 76ers tomorrow. The Sixers have been struggling mightily, so hopefully the Knicks can right the ship and break their losing streak, their worst of the season. And some OG Anunoby news. OG Anunoby spoke to the media recently, telling him that he is progressing very well and will definitely be back on the court before the playoffs start. So that's huge news for the Knicks. And spring training for baseball finally kicks off tomorrow, and the Yankees get their start against the Detroit Tigers on Saturday. The Mets get their start against the St. Louis Cardinals on Saturday as well. Some news on the Yankees front. Aaron Judge spoke to the media recently. He missed 42 games last season with that torn ligament in his big toe, smashed into the wall in Dodger Stadium in July, earlier in the season, and he was out for 42 games. It was colossal for the Yankees because he's a centerpiece of the team, and they missed the playoffs for the first time since 2016. He spoke to the media recently saying that it's going to require constant maintenance for the rest of his career. So not what you want, in the words of Joe Girardi. It's not what you want. But we'll see what happens with Judge. And on the Mets side of things, their star catcher, he was a rookie last season, Francisco Alvarez, and the Mets are looking to sign a long-term contract extension. He didn't finish with the best average last year, just a .209 batting average and a .284 on base percentage. However, due to the fact that he slugged 25 home runs, his slug percentage was a .437. So only onwards and upwards can this young man go. He's extremely talented, and hopefully the Mets can make him sign the dotted line and get him locked up to a long-term deal. And that is your New York Roundup recap.